WAPN, and I got to meet a very nice lady already that we kind of have a mutual friend. So that was neat. Can you introduce yourself and what organization are you with?
Hi, good morning. I'm Jane Pfeiffer, and I am with the Ormond Beach Historical Society, currently serving on the board as the president.
Oh, currently, I love how she says that. Is that a questionable thing there? No, we were just talking about how when people retire, like I'm semi-retired, all of our friends think we don't have anything to do. Mm-hmm. And we worked our whole lives to get to this point, didn't we? And I love it when they say they want to help us do something. But I like to volunteer and I like to do things, but I like to be able to control it. Because, I'm still working here at the station. And one of the favorite things I do here at the station is talk about nonprofits. Now, the Anderson building is a nonprofit, right?
Well, the Anderson Price is one of the buildings that the Ormond Beach Historical Society owns.
Okay.
We own that building, and we own the Cobb Cottage. What that means is we have 100% responsibility for these buildings.
Okay.
The building it's the Anderson Price Memorial Building, named after the two founders of our sweet little town of Ormond Beach. Mm-hmm. And it was built in 1916 for the women, because the men had built the yacht club across the street, and they wouldn't.
I love history,
and they wouldn't allow the women in that yacht club, so they wanted their own building.
So you built a bigger building.
We did. It's a glorious building, and initially it was It was called the Village Improvement Association.
Okay.
So again, it's women taking care of things. Mm-hmm. So our job as the Ormond Beach Historical Society is to preserve the historical buildings in our area, because we need to know where we come from.
Now, how old is historical? Because I have a home that's my house is probably 80 years old or something. And people always say, well, are you part of the historical thing? And I go, I don't even know what historical is. Because, when you're younger, you think 40's old.
Right.
Then you hit 63 and 100's not looking bad.
Yeah, right.
So what makes something historical?
I don't know. I'm thinking if it's back in the 1880s.
Right.
Like our town was started in the 1880s.
Okay.
It was nothing here but bugs and adventurer.
And now Granada's cheap entertainment.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's very busy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very busy. But we wouldn't be here without the people that had the guts to come down here.
Right.
Like John Anderson was a young man, a banker, and he wanted to come down for adventure and fishing and that type of thing.
And I love that road. Down. Yeah, and I love Granada, and I love the area. Some of my family lives in Ormond, and it's a great place. And I have been to the building several times for different events. So do people rent that, or how does it do you have to be a member? How does it work?
It was developed designed when they built it to be a community center where people come for weddings and funerals and graduations and dance recitals. It is the most beautiful building on the inside. Has this wonderful old stage. It is a step back in time, and it's glorious. And yes, it is. We have rentals in there all the time. We have a lot of community meetings in there. We have the DAR in there, like the Bold Ladies are going to have this wonderful shopping event in there. But you walk in there and you go, oh, this is so nice. And, it's just
I love how tall it is.
Well, a beautiful big yellow building,
right.
those Gothic the columns in it. It's a beautiful place to have a wedding. The photographs are wonderful. Yeah, so you can rent it all the time. You just call 386-677-7005, and our person, Mary Smith, that's her responsibility to to do the rentals, and it's available. Yeah.
And how many people does it hold?
It'll hold about 120. Okay. Just depends on what your the room configuration is. So interesting. We had a person call yesterday, and they're going to have. I don't know if the room is available, but this was just so interesting. Sweet lady called, and she says they're going to have a battalion.
Okay.
And a battalion is for the boys entering into society. Like they have the girls, the cotillion.
Right.
So, I hope we'll be able to host it. It all depends on their timing.
Right.
And what else is booked at the time.
But it's exciting that you girls get excited.
Oh, we get so excited.
Now, do you actually work the events for people then? Or, are you on property the whole time? Do you guys have tables and chairs available? Is there a kitchen in there? How does all that work? Because when people are looking...
there is a full kitchen. We just remodeled the kitchen. It's absolutely stunning.
Okay.
So you can bring your own caterers in. You can bring your own food in. We
Nice.
don't provide that.
Right.
We will have an on-site person there, and depending on what the deal is that you work out, but there's tables and there's chairs, and you can rent the tablecloths and that type of thing.
Well, it's a full circle then, huh?
It's a full service for catering. We just don't provide the food.
Right.
We provide the fabulous facility, clean and the tables and the chairs and the setup however you want to have it.
I love that because I know there's different buildings in town, but it's very hard to find a place that will hold 100 plus.
It's very difficult.
You would think
very
it
difficult.
not with the big buildings,
No.
but it really is, isn't it?
No, it's very hard. It's very hard. I know when I was with the Volusia Manufacturers Association, we would have events with like 300 people.
Right.
Let me tell you.
It is very
hard to find
Yes.
a venue that will be able to service that many.
So, what else do you do there besides rent out the building? Do you have different tours and stuff, or how do people even get involved with it? How do people get to see the building and all that?
Well, you get to see the building, become a member. We have many of our events there. We're a very active organization, and we are 99.8% volunteers. We have a part, like a
little tiny bit.
A bookkeeper, and that's it. That's all we have right now. So we are doing everything, and our job is to preserve the buildings that we have. We also have responsibility for the McDonald House that's on the Granada. That houses our gift shop and our little museum. But we consider the town of Ormond Beach to be a museum. There's so many historical sites that we have. But we have a speaker series on the 4th Saturday of the month. You can get involved by cleaning the 3 chimneys once a month. That's how I originally got involved with the organization. We have the Cobb Cottage, which was built from the Nathan Cobb sunk outside on our shore, and they took the wood from it and they built cottages. And we have one of the cottages.
How neat is that?
It is just amazing. It's darling, so you can get to see that as a member. And we are a membership organization because we feel that it's members who love it and take care of it. So the more members we have, then we have more broadband space, if you
Right.
will. We need members so we can
Well,
have
how
more
does somebody
volunteers.
become a member? What are your requirements?
Well, all you have to do is love history or just love the community. An individual membership is $40, a family is $60, a business is $100. And come on in. I have a goal of 881 members that we're gonna
now,
get
how
this
do
year.
we get 881?
Let me tell you how I do it. Well, the population in Ormond Beach, and you don't have to live in Ormond Beach. I mean,
Okay, that was a question I was going to ask next.
This
Okay.
is a regional kind of thing.
Okay.
But how I came up with the number is we've got about 44,000 people there, and I said we should have 2% of the population. That's a good number for a historical association. So 2% of 44,000, it's not exactly 44,000, a little bit more over there, is 881. And that's how I
I
came
love
up
numbers
with
and
that
math,
goal.
so I love that.
I do too. I love the data. Absolutely love the data. So we set that goal for this year.
Now, does that mean that you just paid the money and you're one and done, or do you need to actually? Would you have requirements to join?
There's no requirements to
Okay,
join.
so you don't have to do so many volunteer hours. You're not
No.
required to tour so much or what? Okay.
No. But we have walking tours. We have the speaker series. We have a fabulous event coming up in May. It's called the Sip and Stroll. So it's a fun event. You come, you buy tickets, and you visit the other restaurants that are around the Anderson Price Building. You start at the Anderson Price Memorial Building, and then you go to the restaurants, and then you come back. And there's baskets and raffles. And
They're always
everything.
doing stuff on Granada. I mean, always fun stuff.
Always, yeah. we have close to like 40, 50 events that we put on. We have a summer camp. This is the 3rd year that we're going to do the summer camp. It's June 1st to the 5th.
Okay.
It's for 8 to 11-year-olds. And we teach them about the history of Ormond Beach. Like day 1, they learn about Timucua Indians. They learn about the founders of the town. Ormond Beach is a birthplace of speed, so we're going to have Birthplace of Speed Day on Wednesday. We're going to have little mini race cars. We're going to build race cars.
Look at how fun you girls are.
Oh, and it's a Grammy camp.
Okay.
It is a Grammy camp because all the ladies that are doing it are Grammy age, and we love those kids. They're not allowed to have cell phones. We play old-timey games.
Isn't that funny? Because I love puzzles and stuff. And when my grandchildren come, we like to play the game Memory. And they're teenagers, okay? Yeah. And we like to do puzzles. Right. And I even did real Easter eggs where they had stuff in the middle and we hit them. And they're teenagers because I feel like I love technology. Of course, we all know that. But we also remember the fun things, sitting on the floor, playing Uno, cards, and all that. So we always try to do
Yes.
that. And like even today is lunch day with my teenage granddaughters. So every
fun.
Tuesday, I change my life for 2 hours for them. I pick them up and I say, where are we going to lunch? Whatever they want to do. We talk about the fun stuff. We just laugh. We share. We take a picture. And I never realized how special that is, because when they were littler, they cared about me. Now that they're teenagers, I'm nanny, like you roll your eyes and stuff.
Right.
But now they look forward to it because their nanny's going to take them anywhere they want for lunch.
Yeah. Well, how many?
Well, I have numerous grandchildren. I have 9, but the 2 granddaughters are the ones that fit the schedule.
Right.
And so just those kind of things, grandmas are special. And some kids don't have the opportunity to have a grandma.
No.
So you're giving them a grandma for a week.
A grandma for a week, and they get such attention and such love, and people seeing them. They cry when it's over.
I'm
They
sure.
They don't want it to be
I'm
over.
sure they were like, can we come next week? And then you have to tell them no.
Exactly.
But I'm sure y'all are ready for naps.
We are. Let me tell you, 100%. Yeah,
Power.
it's wonderful. Yeah, we still have we have 7 more slots. We
Oh, my
service-
goodness.
We have 30 kids. And they get to be in the building. They tour the building. They go down in the basement and stuff. It's fun to see
Just being
something
kids.
that was built in 1916.
Right.
And we take them to all the historical sites around town. We walk over the
What
bridge.
does everybody think of those statues that are all over town?
They love them.
The first time I saw one, I almost wrecked my car because I was like, what the heck is that person doing? And then I realized, it's the statue that they've been talking about. But those are really neat, aren't they?
Well, they are so well done. They're so realistic.
I know.
A friend of mine and I, Mary Smith, actually, she's our immediate past president. We like
Mary
to,
must be a special lady.
She is very. And we walked the bridge.
Okay.
It was before we took over being the executive director now. But the very first time they had them, and there was one sitting on a bench.
Yes.
And we really were startled. We thought, who's sitting there this early in the morning?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that happened to me because I'm an early bird. So
Yeah.
when I saw the one, I was like, what are they doing? And then I went, oh. But my daughter has a shop on Granada, and the next building over, there's one outside from it. And when I pull it out onto Granada, I'm like, oh, I am going to stop and take a picture just because I see them.
Yes.
Why can't I stop and take a picture? And I actually have a friend that took her grandchildren, and she always does Shenanigans Wednesdays, and you find them everywhere in town doing cute little things, and did a little run around taking pictures of the grandkids with the statues. And I thought, how much fun is that? Cheap, free stuff.
A lot of people are doing that.
Yeah.
They come to the McDonald house because we have a brochure on it, and then they see where they are.
Yeah.
And a lot of the girlfriend people get together with their girlfriends,
Yeah.
and that's they go and they take the pictures,
Yeah.
they go to lunch, and just what you're talking about.
I love it. And so little people are doing that. So that's
Yeah.
great. Well, I know you have a special event coming up. Something I'm involved with is the Bold Ladies. And how did that happen that the Bold Ladies end up at the Anderson building?
Well, we have this most beautiful, wonderful, energetic new board member, Terry Tucker.
I know her. Very
She-
special lady.
Very special. And she is one of the chairs of the Membership Development Committee.
Okay. So she's one of the ones to get the 881.
Correct.
Okay.
And she believes in that goal. And she's also a member of the Bold Ladies. And she said they have this wonderful event, a vendor event, and they do it for the nonprofits so that it's going to
I have been a
benefit us.
recipient of one of those. Yep.
It's going to be a wonderful event. It's going to be on April 13th. It's from 4:30 to 7 on I did say April 13th, right? At our Anderson Price building, which is 42 Beach Street in Ormond Beach, and there's all different kinds of vendors there.
Yep.
She's got it full out. She's last night after our membership meeting, she had this Andrea come, what amazing thing. She brought a drone inside the building to measure out and make a schematic as to where all the vendors are
One of
going
those
to sit.
smart people.
Oh my goodness.
And we love numbers and figuring. So we're going to be so excited when we know that, right?
Yes.
And what a tool for you to be able to use from this point on.
Yeah.
I mean, you are blessed.
Oh, we're so blessed.
I've seen the different people that were coming. Now, I saw something to do with food because, that's important to me.
Yeah.
And there's
Flowers.
yep, that's actually my daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. And so she's done several things at the Anderson building. And I thought a massage person. I know that Murphy Beds was talking about something. I know I had the list and I was like, oh my goodness. And I have actually been to their shopping events. And so it is open to the public. You don't only have to be a bold lady.
No, it's everything in there. It's except if somebody rents it for a wedding or whatever. But yeah, the building is open. We just have so many things that you can come in there and experience that. But anyway, Terry is so excited about this, Terry Tucker, and she's doing a really good job on it. So we're hoping that you will all come and participate.
And it's a win-win for both things. First of all, we can see the building. Of course, that's very important, and see the history and see if there's something we can do there. And also you can sponsor by buying stuff and all. It is going back part of it, going back to the Anderson building.
It's coming back to the Anderson Price, yes, and we appreciate that very much. Terry's got a great story. She was married there like 14 years ago and never really got involved, didn't even think about it. I mean, she loved it, had a wonderful wedding, and somebody invited her to a membership event that we came, and she came, and they talked her into getting involved, and she's jumped in. She's doing photography, membership, special events, and she loves it. And she goes, she wants other people to love it. So we're going to bring all this, a new age group.
And that's very important because that's
we
what's
have a
coming
lot
along.
of older people, but we need young people to come in. So Terry's bringing in a younger age group.
And
So I
that
think
is
that's
so
gonna be
important
exciting.
because they have such great ideas and technology and different ways of social media. Because, I was against texting. I know, hilarious. I'm never going to text. I used to tell it, right? And now that seems what all I do. I forget that you can talk on the thing,
Yes.
And now I even love it because you can delay the text because I'm an early bird.
Right.
And so I'll be thinking of something and I'll do it and I'll say, deliver at 9:00. And then that way I've still done what I need to do, but they don't get it till 9:00 and I didn't get yelled at, know? And then the social media. I mean, if you're not using social media nowadays, you're stuck. And, my husband doesn't do anything on social media. And he goes, you're addicted to that. And I said, well, you like TV. But he's on YouTube. And I'm like, hello, buddy. You know, but so that's what's great, I believe, about this generation coming up. They have a new way of getting information out there. And I love it, and one picture of that building set up one way could spark hundreds of people going, oh, we could do an event like that there. What about all these realtors and all the different things that are always doing these events? Because I know I go to lots of women things, and I love the lunches. I'm not saying I don't love the lunches, but I love the fact that we're going to get to see all the product, and shop and see the product at the same and meet the individual.
Right.
Going to a luncheon is amazing and great, but basically you're sitting there with your 8 people. You know what I'm saying? And afterwards, you're done eating, you've done here the speaker, and you've got to get back to your real life.
Right.
So you don't hang out and meet the people. This is a great opportunity to come and shop, see local businesses, women-owned businesses, and check out the building.
Right.
So we encourage you to come out. That's this coming Monday.
It's April 13th. Yes, it is coming.
And it's at 4:30 to 7. So you don't have to stay the whole time. You can get there. There's going to be some food available that you can purchase.
Yeah.
And, walk around, check it out, stop, talk, shop, whatever, and check out the building. And will there be a representative besides Terry running around that will be talking about the building and stuff?
I will be there.
Okay, great.
I will be there, and I'm sure we'll have some other volunteers that are over there. So we'll tell them about membership. We'll tell them about the history. We'll tell them about how important it is to preserve what we have and tell our stories.
I love
We're big
it.
storytellers. Most important thing.
Now, between now and Monday, if people want to get a hold of you, find out if there's a date available or all the information, what should they do?
Call us at 386-677-7005.
And do you have a website or email or any of those things?
Urbanhistory.org.
Okay. And do you do any social media yet?
We have people doing social media.
Okay,
Yes. Yeah,
so
we're
we
on
can
social
find you
media.
all kinds of different places
You can.
then.
Yes,
And
you
great.
can.
And you said it holds 120 people?
About 120, yes.
Okay, and there's parking and everything available?
There's parking. So right next to the Anderson Price Memorial Building, there was a church there, and they've taken down the church, so
Yeah.
that's parking right beside it, which is wonderful.
Yes.
That really helps us with that. A fabulous full kitchen. Everything you could possibly have, so you can come in and have your event and bring in your food or bring in
And
your
the
caterers.
best river ever to walk across and take beautiful pictures.
The most beautiful pictures. The front of that building, and we've got a beautiful bench in the front of the building. I mean, it's just
breathtaking.
It's breathtaking.
I mean, I can just see it at the end of the day when it's just that moment of calm and beautifulness and the thankfulness of us living in Florida. Because, I mean, that's
yes.
everything right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a funny thing, but when I have a hard day, and yes, I do have hard days, I take the river home.
Yeah.
Because if I'm on the river, I feel like I'm riding with God. I do. I feel like, I know,
agree.
he's the passenger and we're just cruising home. And by the time I get home, all of 1 mile away,
Yeah.
my stinking thinking has changed.
Right,
Because if you're looking around and you're seeing that river and the beautiful greenery and the beautiful buildings, I mean, I love the buildings that are older. People always say, why do you live in an older home? You could live anywhere. I could. But I love the history of my home.
The charm of it.
Yeah.
It's just charming.
It's not a cookie cutter home. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's a personal home that
Right.
is made that people don't have next door or down the road. And I feel that about our history around here. We have some great history in our area and we need to get out and experience it. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Again, tell me how we get a hold of you.
Right. Call the Ormond Beach Historical Society at 386-677-7005. Our website is ormondhistory.org. Have a lot of activities going on, a lot of adventures. Would love you to get involved with us. Share your stories, tell your stories. We have so many people with great stories, so please
And
come for
7 spots available to be with nannies for a week.
that. Exactly. The Grammy camp.
Yeah, I love it.
For the summer camp. Yeah.
And then we'll see you at Bold Ladies Shopping Event, and that is April 13th from 4:30 to 7. Sorry about that. 4:30 in the afternoon to 7 p.m. Come shop, meet local women and their business.